Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the second part of the makeup for beginners. I go through step by step how to do this. It's super easy, I swear. Just follow through, practice, and you'll get there. If you are a beginner, I'd like to know what your thoughts about this makeup look is. If you found this tutorial easy to follow, products will be listed down below. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. I have lots of new and exciting videos coming in the future. I talk about it a little bit in this video. If you want to see how I did this, then please keep watching. So this video might have some similarities to my previous video, which was a soft glam tutorial. So yeah, I'll link that video down below. So I've done the same steps. You want to moisturize and prep your lips. I'm going to do my face first again. I'm going to use two primers. The first primer I'm going to use is this NYX Pore Filler Primer Base. This will make your foundation look super flawless. On top, it's a thicker primer and it fills in all like your pores, just smooths out your face. Seriously, it's so soft, like instantly. And then the second primer is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique. I haven't heard people talk about this for ages. This is just a illuminizing primer. Kind of want to put it on the high points of your face. Makes your foundation look really glowy from within. Next, for foundation, I love these two foundations. The Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade 36 Warm Sun. It performs like a higher end foundation. It's so good. There's the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This is in F9.5. I honestly love the doe foot applicator. It's like a massive concealer. It's so full coverage. It's not my perfect shade. I'm just gonna mix them both. None of these have SPF in it. So the doe foot, I'm just gonna like put some stripes on. That's why it's so easy. I like to spread it on my face first before I blend it because you can evenly distribute the foundation. When you spread it out initially, it's already placed where you want it to be. It doesn't absorb as much as if you just went in. Same sort of situation, you just want to pat it everywhere. This is just a more higher, fuller coverage foundation. The reason why I do face first, not eyes, even though I'm doing a more dramatic eye look, is because when my face is done, my eye look, I can visualize what my face will look like. Because if I just do my eyes, and even though it's complete, I'll still feel like it's not finished. Find myself just blending for ages unnecessarily because I think it's not looking cute, but that's because my face isn't done. So another trick you can do if you want a really flawless makeup application is you can do your eyebrows now. You can clean it up after with a concealer or foundation to have really sharp defined edges. I'm using the same product as last video and I do the same technique as scraping it into the cap to minimize the product on the actual brush. So cleaning up your eyebrows is super easy. I like to use my foundation because people like to use concealer. You can use concealer if you want. It's more fuller coverage. Usually people have lighter concealers and I don't want like it's just super lighter framing my eyebrows. I like to use the same color as my base. I just get a really flat edge brush. Just doing little strokes on top as well. Just flatten out your brush. Go really close up against it. It blends out seamlessly to your foundation because obviously it's the same shade, but you can kind of see it's more straighter, it's more cleaner. So I'm going to cream contour. This is the Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade 30 Cafe. I just use the wand to just apply some strokes, which is just following your cheekbone hollow. Grabbing a dense foundation brush and just pat it in. It's very similar to the last video. I'm just showing you more fuller coverage products. If you know that you need more time to blend, definitely do sections. I'm also going to put this at the bottom of my jaw and I'm going to also draw this on my nose, just the tiniest bit. With my nose, I'm going to take a smaller brush, definitely use a smaller brush. Contain the product. Less product, the better. Tap out the excess. And same with the rest of my face. I'm gonna go to concealer. I'm loving the Revolution Conceal and Define, so it's the same sort of range. I stuffed up and got the shade 9.5. It's the same shade as the foundation. It's so full coverage, so you don't need a lot of it. I also love the Instant Age one from Maybelline, just to lighten it up a little bit. Sponge, again, blend it out, really nice patting motions. by this stage you have multiple products laid onto your face. This will just make sure everything blends so nicely together. For the last liquid product, I'm going to use NYX Professional Born to Glow Liquid Illuminizer. This is a more intense illuminizer compared to the one I used in the last video. As you can see, it's way more blinding. I'm going to put it on the same spots, which was tip of the nose, bridge of the nose. This sounds way too similar if you've seen my first video. But yeah, it's so beautiful. Make sure when you use your fingers, like warm it up in your hands so it melts into your skin more. I'm going to bake. This is the Face of Australia Translucent Loose Powder. I don't use too much because I'm dry. You want to get your damp beauty blender and get a fair amount to lightly press where you put concealer. This just makes sure that your concealer won't crease. It will last all night. Yeah, you want to make sure that it doesn't have SPF in the powder or else you get major flashback. I've got two bronzing palettes. This is a Revolution Pro HD Contour palette. You get a banana shade, some powders and some bronzers. Very good for beginners because a range of colours, some undertones. You can suss which one suits your face the most if you don't have a good idea. This is a more pricier one, NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. This is really good because you can take out the shades and you can buy refills and just keep refilling them and customizing it. That one you can't. I personally like this one more. It is more pricier. As you can see, very similar products. So I'm going to use a different brush to contour to show you that you can use all different types of brushes. This is a more domed brush. What I like to do is go for this shade and this mixed together. It's because it's more cool tone. That's what you want the shadow to look like. You can even stretch your lips to make your cheekbone more defined. I'm going to show you another bronzer that I love. This is the NYX Matte Bronzer. I have in medium and deep tan. I prefer the deep tan more than the medium. You can get a fluffy brush, dip into it really lightly. If you go crazy with your contour, you can bake underneath it to clean up the line so it's a more crisp line. You just get the tip of your sponge and just follow through with the powder. Like a little bead. For blush, this is another Revolution palette. Yeah, more intense blushes. This is a good drugstore blush palette if you just want blushes. To dive into some blushes. In my first video, I go into more detail about the face products. The highlighter, this is the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded. This is in the shade Dare to Divulge. This is an insane highlighter. This is so blinding. Like, look at that. It shocks me every single time. Putting it up here as well. I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, a little bit on the forehead. If you do too much, get your sponge, lightly tap over it, and it will shear it down. This is the Essence I Love Sage eyeshadow base shade of Faye. This is a coloured tinted eyeshadow base. Blend in. Now I'm a bit stuck on what to do with eyeshadow because my first video I was saying that I have so many Revolution palettes and I was going to use one of these for this video, but massive buts. I got this new Australis eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, look how beautiful that is, and I really want to try it. Or should I just stick to something I love because I've never tried this but I know I like it? I think I should use this. This is the Australis Glitz eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to do a purple full glam look. I'm going to make it as basic as I can, as easy to follow as I can. I'm going to take a small blending brush. I'm going to take this shade right here. So it's a matte purple. Full color payoff. You want to stamp your brush. Oh goodness. So you want to stamp it on your outer corner to your crease. Slow patting motions is key here. So once you've patted off all the product, basically what you want to do, slightly build your way up, mini circular motions, and just around where you built that colour. You want to flick it out a little bit. I'm going to do a halo eye, and you get more product and you go do the exact... Oh my god, it just fell on my eyeshadow palette. Stop it. I'm going to do the exact same thing to the inner part, pat, and then circular motions up. Just lightly go over it and it will blend, I promise you. You just have to have patience. Don't dip into more product. Use it and just kind of connect it right on the top so it has like a nice blend to it. I go with the same brush even. I'm going to go for a lighter shade, this shade right here. Use that to blend the edges as light as you possibly can and just keep going across. Build up the color if you want. You don't want to bring it too far up because then you'll start to look like you got punched in the face. What you want to do is get a fluffy brush. This is a tapered, dip in really slightly to that lighter shade. It's used to blend it even more. When you blend that much, shadows will fade, so that's when you go back to your original brush with the original purple and just stamp the darker shade. To build up the opacity, these are really good shadows. So I just went to do the other eyes when it's remotely the same. Try to get it to be the same. Look at it from afar. If it's good enough, there you go. I'm going to follow this step for underneath the eye. So I'm going to take the original purple shade, blend it underneath my eye from the outer bit and the inner bit. And just kind of link it up from the bottom lash line to the top. You can obviously stop there if that's dark enough. I'm going to intensify it for those who want to intensify it. You might want to get a shade like this on the same brush, put it where right at the end, add some more dimension. It just creates depth, so you don't want to go too overboard because you don't want to cover that purple. Same with underneath, you just want to put it right on the edge, connect it up really close to the lash line. Light-handed, just build it up. As you can see, it like frames the eyes more. I hope I'm showing you how basic and that anyone literally can do this. Now to do a halo eye, for an intense look, you want to cut a little section bit in the middle where you left it blank with concealer, a small flat brush, and you kind of just wipe it, look up a little bit. Your crease will touch your eyelid and that creates a line, so when you look up it won't transfer, so you know where your halo can stop. That is my maximum height, so what you want to do is use that as like a template. Lightly pat it out a little bit on either sides. You just want to go really slowly and don't have too much product on your brush. I can use my finger to just soften out the edges of that concealer so it blends in with the shadow. And obviously go back with your same brush if you covered it too much. You can just lightly tap the edges. You can use this Festival Glitter Glue, this Australis, same brush, just put a little bit on. This is very sticky, it will adhere anything and it will not move. So just lightly tap it everywhere. And then I'm going to take this glitter that is on the brush, pat it on. Make sure when like you get to the edges, it's like less product so it fades, and then that's literally it. Usually I would have a halo eye that's more brighter in the center. I usually like that more, but I really like how this is looking. If you're playing with loose glitter, it will fall on your face. I can just flick it off. I also like the look of doing it underneath. I might try to add a bit of the black, just the tip of that brush, make it a bit darker. Highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. I'm going to use this Reloaded Affection palette. This is a Revolution palette that's all shimmers. Dab it into my inner corner. And I'm also going to use this Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel. This is a coloured one. It also has a tiny brush, so you can be really precise with it. Just brush your hairs up. Doing this after powder also makes sure it just brushes away the powder, so your brows don't look powdery. Basically refreshes them, also sets them in place, adds more colour. Going to use a eyeliner. I'm going to use this Soft Kohl eyeliner. If you don't want to do this, you 100% don't need to. It just makes it so much more dramatic. I'm also going to do a little bit of liquid eyeliner. So this is the AOA Wonder liquid eyeliner. So you just want to draw a thin line. You just want to do little strokes at a time. You don't want to do one full one. Thin line like that. So I kind of just extended it out. Mascara. This is the I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara from Essence. I think the best drugstore mascaras are from Maybelline. I'm going to film a full face first impression, and I have some good new makeup that I'm going to test out. First impression reviews. Testing out new makeup, that's probably my favorite videos to do. They're just so fun for me. I also have full face of Savvy makeup. I don't know if it's just Australia. You can find it in Priceline. I also have my AliExpress videos coming up. Then I'm just gonna take some of these lashes. It's from AliExpress. Just get some dramatic fluffy lashes. Just waiting for these to dry, but if you're excited to see any of these videos, definitely turn those post notification bells so you get notified when I post. And my socials, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. Tell you how to do this this on my last video, but legit same goes. Just measure the eyelash, put some lash glue on it, wait for it to get tacky, place it down. I like to do the outer edge, follow through, and that is a lash. Look how much better it looks. I've been wanting to get some eyelash extensions, but I hear everyone saying that it's addicting, like don't go for it because like you can't stop. So that is the lashes complete. I highly recommend you use some lashes if you want a full glam makeup look. It just puts it together. This is just a really unnecessary product, but a good product. This is the Australis About That Base Lip Primer. This is a silicone product with a lip application similar to the pore filling phase product. I swear it's the same product in here, just with a wand. It makes sense for the face product. You're filling in pores and like holes in your face to make everything look smoother, like your foundation on top. Why not do it for the lips if you have all these lines and stuff in your lips? It's super smooth now. I'm going to use this lip pencil from Rimmel. I'm going to overline a bit. That is filled in. I'm going to use a liquid lip. This is the Stay Matte Liquid Lipstick for Rimmel. I love this product. I prefer a matte lip anyways, not a gloss. So this is the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz. Oh my god, I've been wanting to use this. Nice band. So that is the final look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped. And I hope you guys give some of these makeup looks a try. I would love to know what you thought about this. I will see you next week. See you guys. I just chose purple because that's like such a vibe, isn't it? Like look at this little matchy situation.